Assalamu alaikum. If you are watching this video and you understand the language in which I speak, then there's a high probability that you have been to school and you have been to college as well. And that is something I want to address in this short video. You see, most of us spend the first 20 or 30 years of our lives studying in the education system that is there. We go to school, we go to colleges, and a different ulterior route is some people go to, in the Muslim community, some people go to the madrasa system. And the third route, which has kind of become more recent phenomena, is that of the online courses. So there's like a array of online courses all across the internet. The point I'm trying to make is that everybody's doing these courses. All this hustle is going, to get a certain set of degrees, to get a certain ijaza, in the madrasa system, to get certain certificates and degrees. But at the end of the day, do people really know what they want to do in life? I mean, I'm in my final years of master's program, right? And in fact, I'm one of the youngest in my class. Nothing cool about it. But the thing is that even in my class, people who are just about to end their education cycle altogether, even they do not really seem to have an idea of what they really want to do in life. If you ask them, what is your purpose? What you really plan to do, in the sense that what is your passion? What is your purpose in life? What is the problem in life that you're trying to solve? You know, then people still do not have answers to. So why is that? Like, there's abundance of information, there's abundance of knowledge. Knowledge has never been so accessible, it has never been so cheap, it has never been so abundant. But in spite of that, people are confused. In spite of that, people have no clue of what to do in life and how to navigate. I'm not saying I have figured it all out. I am myself in the process, but I just feel that there are a lot of people who are not even concerned to go down that mental path of figuring out what should be done with our lives, you know. So I think if I think that, especially as Muslims, so, Allah has sent us in this world for a very limited period of time. And we have to use our time very wisely. And we have to make our dunya and we have to make our akhirah. And we have to do it in such a way that we also help other people make their akhirah and help other people make their dunya. So we want to be somebody who are productive and who contribute to the development of society in this world, and also to the well-being of people in the akhirah. So we want to be best in deen and we want to be best in dunya. So in order to be the best in deen and to be the best in dunya, we have to use our time very wisely. And the concept and the idea of using time wisely will only make sense if we know what we have to do. If we have a sense of where we are going, if we have a sense of what our destination is. Most people don't have no clue of what they should do or what they shouldn't do in life. So my advice, okay, I will not use such a heavy word as advice, but the urge that I feel in myself is that people, and if you're listening, then you're one of them, should start thinking about, if you're 20 years old, if you're 25 years old, if you're 30 years old. So let's say you have 30 years left of your productive life, you have 40 years left of your productive life, and by the end of that 40 years, what do you really wish to achieve? What is that problem in the world that you're trying to solve? you know so figure that out. If you want to be an author that writes books of a specific genre, then you have to jot down, to reach that destination, you have to jot down your path. You have to basically settle the dust and clear your path of where you want to go. If you want to become an engineer, if you want to become the next Steve Jobs, or you want to become the next Elon Musk, then set a concrete, discrete, definable goal in mind as much as possible, because not everything can be defined, but as much as possible. And then every step you take to reach that goal will make more sense. If you want to go to a particular college, if you want a particular set of skills, a particular set of degrees, a particular set of experiences, then doing each of these things will be more meaningful, only and only if you know what your destination is, right? So for example, I was able to do, like, my area of interest right now, and my area of work right now is Islamic finance. And I was never into finance, I was never into business administration. I was always a student of science for most of my life. uh, But I kind of was aware of how my religion works, somewhat, and how it prohibits interest. And I was also aware slightly of what goes around in the actual real world. So those two clashing worldviews in my mind created an urgency for me to dig deeper into the matter and see what could be done. Similarly, you could find your spark, you could find your purpose, you could find your mission if you start thinking about it, if you start taking this idea that you must do something significant in your life before you die. Something that will make your akhirah, and something that will make your dunya, and something that will make other people's akhirah and other people's dunya. So I hope, with this few minutes that I spent with you, I have slightly at least inspired you to take some steps and start thinking on this matter.